about it now.
No, I'm not gonna discuss. Never mind.
I'm not going to discuss things on the podcast.
Yeah,
Uh,
I just will let everybody know that Tristan is trying to make me hang up already. I can just leave. If at any point I just leave, that's okay.
Listen, I am caffeinated and stressed.
There
I'm
you go.
not stressed. I just have a lot to do this morning
Yep.
and a lot to do before Thursday. So, lots to do before little trip.
Tristan is going on his first vacation forever.
I'm going on my first vacation in 4 years.
Let me know how it feels.
I will. I'll report back. And the only reason I'm going on a vacation is it's my wife and I's 1 year anniversary. So,
Congratulations, my friend. To
and I
live
was
more.
thank you. I was threatened basically with 1 year anniversary into divorce if I work from Thursday to Sunday.
That's fair.
So, which is really unideal. Jr. Howell, my friend, if you listen to this, please never have the date of Crash Crucible on October 18th again. Because I really love that comp and I love your gym and I want to go, but I'm never going to be able to go again if it's on the 18th. So, small ask, just do it for me. You know,
I mean,
no big deal.
I feel like that's fair.
No big deal, right? I know that you have a whole gym and a lot of things going on, but small ask.
Fair.
Oh, no, I wish I could go to Crash this weekend, but no go.
Who do we have? Who do we have competing there?
Just Jacob. So
Jacob
Jacob's
Marlowe?
out at Crash. Yeah, Jacob Marlowe. And then also, I'm going to say this, and I'm either going to look like an idiot, but I don't think I'm going to. People need to quit sleeping on our boy.
Oh, I thought that was going completely different direction.
No, people need to quit sleeping on our boy and how he's going to do at Crash. JR flat out said, "This is the heaviest Crash Crucible I have ever programmed." Hey, Mahmoud, what's Jacob's best thing?
Lifting.
Being strong as fuck. So, anyways, no, it'll be fun. I'm excited for him to go. He's excited to go. I think he's going to be really excited when he doesn't have to do P-bar traverses anymore because he's now torn both his hands.
Yeah, I was witness to that. That did not seem fun.
He went to a gymnastics gym last night, and he actually got to do more practice.
It just looked like a lot of you who are younger probably don't know that movie, but Coach Carter, and you looked like Coach Carter telling him to just continue doing suicide.
Just keep doing it until it doesn't make you tired and you don't suck at it anymore.
Literally, I was like, oh, I know where that. I've seen that movie before.
He came down from the parallel bars at the gym at one point and like looked over at me, and I just looked at him and like was like,
Again.
yeah, more. Like, his hand tore Saturday, and he put on he folded a sweatband in a pair of gloves so that he could keep doing more. I was like, yes, that's where we're at right now.
I saw
Like,
him also put like some sort of, I want to say bike gloves, but I'm not sure.
they were like football gloves. That's what he put on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so he has that, and then we have what? So you're doing fittest of the coast qualifiers.
Don't say that out loud.
Mahmoud is doing the fittest of the coast qualifiers, but everybody has to understand Mahmoud is doing the fittest of the coast qualifiers after he just did a half Ironman, and you did a 5K this weekend,
A 5K and a 10K.
and a 10K. And what do you have this coming weekend?
This coming one, nothing, but the one after I have a half marathon.
So Mahmoud's new favorite pastime is I'm gonna basically do an endurance event every weekend and then just try to do CrossFit throughout the week and see how this goes.
Hey, I think CrossFit prepares you for the unknown and the unknowable.
I mean, you're doing great with it so far. Like,
I'm waiting for that crash button.
yeah. December is gonna hit and you're gonna be like, I'm gonna eat 5,000 calories a day and knock it off my couch.
I mean, no, there's High Rocks in November and December.
What's the High Rocks in December? New York?
Anaheim.
Oh, Anaheim. Okay.
Yeah, we're making a run at World Championship with the co-ed partner with Christina Salazar.
Is
Which
that a thing?
means, yeah, so if we win the race and in that division, we get to qualify for World Championships.
Oh, dope.
So we're
Hell yeah.
hoping for sub 1 hour, which will be pretty
Y'all
hard.
got it. Y'all got it.
We'll see.
Christina's very fit.
She
She plays like she's not fit, but she's very fit.
She can turn it on.
Yes. She's that person in the gym who like trains at 75 to 80% daily, which is great. And then when she lays the hammer down, she gets into it pretty good.
Yeah, she did a competition that's high rocks based a couple weekends ago. And last year she got first. This year she got third. She got pissed.
Yeah.
Exactly. But she never goes in saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna win." She just goes in like, "Oh, I'm gonna do a competition." So, yeah, it's exciting.
All right, so we're jumping on here today. We are a man down.
No, sorry. This is our default.
Mahmoud is not acknowledging the fact that we were supposed to have a third today.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Connor apparently was supposed to be here, but no cigar. Hold on a second. I'm getting blown up about our Instagram post from Carrie. In the caption, strengthen. If you can imagine, and I don't even care that we're doing this on the live because it's just who I am at this point. There's a typo in the Instagram post.
All right. I love Triston, but most of our text is me telling it.
Oh, it's a mistype. I hit the Y instead of the T on strengthen. I swear to God, I can spell. It's not that I can't spell. It's that my fucking fingers are too big for the keyboard, man. Like, all right, fixed. Good to go. So anyways, we're a man down here, but we wanted to jump on here. We are...
Nope.
Let it go, Mahmoud.
Nope. Have you seen that lady that the video where she basically everybody's saying they're in a potluck and I brought so and so and she like judges them?
No.
So basically what happens, like she gets videos from potlucks like my name is so and so and I brought this, and she judges them on whether they made it or not, or like they it's the portion size is small, and she would start like saying like the pair of anguish to you and your Uber driver and whatever. And then like whenever somebody just messes up completely, she's like, she hits her phone with her hand, so she shakes it like this. She goes, "Death row!"
Oh, that video you sent was hysterical.
I sent it to Connor yesterday whenever he said he's not gonna be there. I was like, "Death row!"
So good.
Yeah.
We're only giving him a hard time because it was, no, I can't make it. Actually, I can make it. Oh no, I can't make it again.
It was like 3 back and forth. I was like,
just make up your mind, dog. But so we're moving into, I mean, it's technically fall. It's been fall for a little bit, but we're moving into the
sweatshirt.
Yes. I don't know how to explain to everyone. Man, maybe we're just gonna get sidetracked this whole time. I don't know how. I don't know the joy I can explain to people that I felt when I walked outside and it was 65 degrees the other day.
Today it was 67 in the morning.
Yeah, I walked outside and I was just like, oh, we made it. I mean, it's still hot
during the day
in the afternoon. Like at 3 o'clock, it's 85, 90.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we're moving into the fall kind of time frame. So this is preseason 2 for everybody at Ascend Athlete. And I think before we dive into the structure, because the structure we're going to go over is for our Sugarwod program, right? Mm-hmm. So Ascend Compete, we're moving into Alps, second preseason phase of the year. And we'll kind of I'm going to talk about how we're kind of building through this, going all the way back from the first cycle we did post the Open this year. But all of our Ascend athletes, whether you're individual design or not, are moving into this flavor or this style of training at this point, because everybody is at this point more than likely training for quarterfinals 2026. Or, you know, if you're a semifinal athlete and you know you're making semifinals, then you're on a different kind of relative annual periodization. But so the concepts and the themes and the kind of general things that we talk about are applicable to all one-on-one clients and really all CrossFit athletes, in our opinion, for the things you should be doing in this time of the year, right? If you are peaking for quarterfinals 2026. If you're a semifinal athlete, your peak is obviously going to be a little bit after that, assuming you're very confident you can get through quarterfinals, whatever the stipulations are of that, right? So I think that's an important caveat. I don't want people to see this and just think like, oh, this is just for the people who do the Sugarwod program from Ascend. This doesn't apply to me, or this doesn't apply to an individual design athlete or a one-on-one coaching athlete or something like that. The kind of theme that I'm going to lay out, and then I want you to we can dive into some nuances of why, in our opinion, is the general way athletes should be approaching the year, right? So this starts, as with any cycle, what you're about to do is predicated on what you've done, right? So if we go back for Ascend athlete, and most of our Ascend athletes who did not do semifinals, we had our first post-open cycle. We laid a big foundation of squatting.
Yep.
We had Florendo base sets on the front squat. Shout out Trevor Florendo, Colorado School of Mines, for creating these. I don't actually know if he created them, but it's where I got them, and they're fucking disgusting. But we did a big squat cycle, laid a base of foundation, and then over the subsequent cycles, we have built up our squatting to 1RMs. We have built up our Olympic lifting to 1RMs. This cycle, we will peak the clean and jerk. The last cycle, we peaked the snatch a little bit earlier, just since we can readdress snatch peaking easier later on in the year, and it's not as taxing on the body. And we have basically moved through an entire off-season structure / preseason structure block now. And it's earlier than typical. Typically, when we do preseason 2, it starts in November. November. It's November and December, because it's usually 8 weeks, right?
Yeah.
The reason we did this is because now we have more time to then continue to build upon the progress we made in the summer, right? So we've already addressed our squatting base. We've already addressed 1RM squatting strength. We've already addressed Olympic lifting 1RM strength. And that lays a foundation for us to then take the second preseason cycle, get some touches on complexes for heavy load, get some battery work, finish peaking the clean and jerk, not have to worry so much about driving up squat 1RM strength right now. And then as we come out of this cycle, we're still going to have months before quarterfinals to then build upon those things. So essentially, the aim was to get an entire wave, for lack of a better term, of periodization in extra this year. The key takeaways, what are some of the key takeaways that you think about with your athletes moving into a preseason 2 phase, kind of that pre-in-season block? What are some of the things that you like to change or add, or, you know, the things that are always sticking out in your mind in this time of year?
Refine your gymnastics capacity.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like that, and gymnastics capacity under fatigue are the biggest two things.
Yep.
Maybe a slight introduction to like pure barbell cycling.
Yeah.
You know, like some touch and go stuff. And then
denser sets of barbell work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously strength is always going to be on the table. So that's going to continue in a kind of a spectrum, whether it's accessories, odd objects, all of that is still going to happen at some variants. But I would say the most two things that stand out are gymnastics capacity, whether under fatigue or not, and or barbell cycling introduction. For some of the athletes, if I have felt a lack of aerobic capacity, it would be the fire breathing cycle. This would be like, hey, we need to develop those lungs to push a little bit harder.
Yeah, you can
Without it
hit
being like open style workouts, right?
slightly longer time domain,
Right.
single modality or cyclical in nature for the most part. But yeah, you're not necessarily doing as much like 45-minute this,
No.
that, and the other. A lot of what I have wrote into Alps actually, and I'm very excited to try this out with a lot of my one-on-one athletes is rather than us doing, 30 minutes at a steady, because we did a lot of that in these previous cycles. I want to kind of push their threshold with that stuff now. So it's like 3 by 12-minute AMRAP, 20 cal row, 20 cal ski. But it's rest like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like just enough rest.
Yeah.
I
would say like the difference if you're not specifically like lacking at aerobic capacity, you will notice that the difference between the previous cycles and this upcoming cycle is that the rest periods are going down.
Yeah. The rest periods are definitely going to go down.
Yeah.
I think you saying gymnastics capacity kind of perked my ears up. I think something that I think about a lot in this time frame, which if an athlete is going to have to do this, it's not ideal. They should have been working on this in the summer. But if you are super aerobic and you are really, really fit and you just need to be stronger, now is the time.
I mean, it's almost like now is the last chance.
Yes. You're late. You missed the first half of the game.
Right.
Thankfully for you, it's going to be holiday season and food's going to be flowing.
Right.
But now is the time to get jacked if you need to get jacked. This is your last chance to make meaningful muscle gain improvement prior to kind of going into the new year. In season progression starts, because conditioning just has to be at an all-time high, and it's just so unlikely if you're already not dispositioned to getting big and strong that even if you're eating your face off, that you're gonna get meaningfully bigger and stronger in that time.
Yeah, and guess what? If you wait till after the holidays,
you're
done. You're done. Over. This is when you're actually just basically doing open prep.
Right. Yeah. And
I mean, prep, like they're back to back at this point. So
it's all the same stuff. And obviously, like, strength development is still a priority during open prep or quarterfinals prep, but it's just you're doing so much conditioning, it just becomes harder to take in the calories needed, and conditioning is the priority in that time.
Yeah, if you're talking time demand, the time demand will be higher at the conditioning level.
And especially some of the, it's hard to even have the energy or the bandwidth for some of the extra things you need to do, like single joint isolation bodybuilding work, or even the energy and the effort to get what you need out of your accessory lifts that are compound. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, if you're trying to get thick and juicy in the upper body, like you need to do your 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 double dumbbell bench press heavy. But if you're doing that during open prep, you're just not going to have the energy.
No.
You're going to grab the 50s or the 70s, which is not that heavy. It's not heavy. And you're just going to do it and be like, yeah, okay, I did it. But you're not getting the stimulus you need, right?
Yeah.
That's just something I think is worth kind of putting out there, because we always think about the athlete that needs to get better gymnastics, but there are a lot of athletes out there that just need to get bigger and stronger. Both of us. Both of us. So I think gymnastics capacity is a good thing to touch on. This is definitely the time of the year for you to start to push those things. Try to hit some new sets of muscle ups, some new sets of chest to bar, working on those things under fatigue, simple couplets, triplets. Also, I think there's a lot of value, and this is something I am putting into the new cycle that I've just tried to be better about, is developing capacity on non-sport specific gymnastics movements that will translate, right? Like it's okay for an athlete right now to go on a little side quest on legless rope climbs because it's going to make your vertical pulling better. It's going to help your chest to bar capacity, right? Pegboard, P-bar, yoke, those kind of things. Pirouettes. Yeah, like deficit wall facing, big deficit kipping, parallel kipping. Like you don't have, we're still funneling down in specificity for what we generally know is tested at the quarterfinals level, right? So you're still at a wide enough point in that funnel now where you can play with movements that get a little bit of just transitory training effect that you know will benefit those specific movements later. And that even goes to like accessories, right? Straight bar dips, Z press, ring dips, all of those things.
You know what I actually think is very important, people tend to overlook it? Ring strict pull-ups.
I was thinking about those the other day. So random you brought that up.
It's such a harder movement than just regular strict.
They're so hard.
They're so hard.
Dude, I think I could do, at one point I had over 20 strict pull-ups unbroken. I think I had like 22. And I think I could do like 10 on the rings.
Yeah.
Maybe 11. They're so hard.
It's just immediately, he attacks after 5 immediately. It's like, I can't hold on anymore.
They're so difficult, especially if you really get like
basically neutral grip pull-ups, right?
Full range of motion. Yeah.
So
difficult. But no, that's a fantastic
especially
accessory
if you're getting
movement
to get better at ring muscle ups. Those and ring dips are easily something that will help you.
I don't want this to derail things. So, and I just don't know what other way to say it to people. If you struggle with ring muscle ups, you're more than likely just not strong enough. Like if you struggle with like doing 2 to 3, like getting your first, second, third, like, and even building capacity through like 5, I think. It's just like, what's your 1RM weighted pull up and what's your max set of body weight pull ups and dips? Because it's probably the issue. Sorry. Like the only people who would be the exception of that rule are people who had a higher 1RM weighted pull up and max set of pull-ups or whatever before, and they had a high level of proficiency on the rings, and now their pulling strength has gone down, but they still have a high level of skill on the movement, so they can still perform them relatively well. Right? But it would still even benefit those people to drive up their strength metrics again, their relative strength, right? All right. So I'm going to kind of run through some of the lifts and things that we're going to be getting after. And actually, let me see if I can do this and make it nice. Let me see.
Powerful.
So whoa, really, Canva? Is Canva really not working right now? Oh, well, never mind. I was going to pull up the slides I made to post and talk about it on Canva, but I guess I'll just pull up the spreadsheet and we can talk through some of these.
They have an issue on their end.
Yeah, they do. I'll give them an issue. All right, let's see here. Share. Come back over here. We'll show on the stream. All right. Everybody gets to look at my super secret programming sheet right now. I'm putting this out on the internet. It's okay. I'm not scrolling past here. So good luck if you want to use this. So this will just give us a little bit of guidelines for
Hey, you just deleted the part.
I know. Modified guidelines and kind of to go over the lifts. So Mondays, we are going to have a snatch complex. This is going to be a build to a heavy. Oh, see, look, there's my typo. I can't make an excuse for that one.
You are not good at typing.
How do you spell modeled? MODEL? ED?
Yeah.
Modeled off last year. There we go. That's what I accidentally deleted. So we're going to hit a snatch complex. We're going to build to a heavy and then kind of do some rep work based on that. It will be relatively on the clock. So you're not going to get a ton of rest on this. This is our kind of barbell cycling work. And then we're going to hit some conjugate front squat work on Mondays. So our front squats this last cycle were very moderate.
Mhm.
We're going to get a broad range of squat exposure this cycle, getting into banded work, heavy work, speed, rep work, classic strength sets. Just going to stay very well rounded there. Bench press, we're going to do a descending reps progression. So I like to call this like a, because it's not really pyramid because you're not going back down. I call it classic CrossFit progression. So we'll start with 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. We'll do a couple weeks of that. Then we'll go 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. Do a couple weeks of that. Then you go 5, 5, 3, 3, 1, etc., etc. Getting a little bit more volume on the bench press with our strength work this cycle. Versus the heavy pause work that people did in Andy's on the Sugarwod program.
Mhm.
And then Wednesday, we're going to do halting power cleans. So it'll be a halting power clean complex, building off of kind of some wave work and things like that we've done over the summer. With us maxing and peaking the clean and jerk this cycle, I wanted to have a clean variation, a power variation that we can do where we can reduce the load a little bit, but keep a premium on that rate of force development. Also, I think halting cleans make your second pull insane after you finish the cycle.
If you can perform a halting clean properly, then that's already progress.
Yeah, that's true. There will be an optional lift for athletes, some clean pulls. So kind of having a little bit more lifting than our previous cycle. And then we're going to do a little bit of a power snatch and squat snatch CP battery style work. This is actually modeled off of some barbell cycling conditioning Coach Ricky wrote for us a couple years ago that everybody loved and hated at the same time. But we're going to keep it straight snatch work this time. So, and then on Saturdays, people are going to get after some clean and jerk peaking work, slight reduction in volume and percentage from what we did with the snatches because the clean and jerk is very, very difficult and taxing on the body relative to a snatch. And then we're going to get into a back squat progression, but we're going to utilize some pauses. So we went really heavy last cycle on the back squat work, and this cycle we're going to stay in the moderate range, and we're going to mix in some pauses just so people can reestablish really good positions, get that power out of the bottom, and drive up. Fridays, there will be a little bit of snatch pull additional work as well. This is very classic, nothing super fancy at all, just snatch pulls. If people program fancy snatch pulls, and it's not to fix a technical error, you'd probably just be better off doing heavier snatch pulls, to be honest. Right? Yeah. Like if you're doing segmented snatch pulls or stuff like that, it's like that's great, especially from a technical perspective. But if it's snatch pulls with the intention of overloading the snatch pattern, just do heavier percentage.
That's fair.
Right. All right. I'm not going to use this as a reference point for the Metcons because the Metcons are changing this cycle a little bit from what we've done in previous cycles. So you and I have talked about this a little bit, and I feel very strongly at this point that it is very important for people to be exposed to a broad range of time domains and stimuluses with their conditioning. The kind of hiccup point for most of us as coaches and programmers is we get worried, and it's difficult to make sure that we're getting the right physiological stimulus.
Mhm.
Right. So this cycle, I have spent so much time with my little handy dandy black notebook working on these conditioning pieces so that you, the athlete, will be exposed to every single different flavor of Metcon you can think of, basically.
Mhm.
But it is done targeting very specific time domains and getting the goal of a specific energy system stimulus, right? Because the energy system you're using is based on how fast you're moving and how long you're working,
Right.
basically, at the end of the day. Yes, loading matters, but really the only thing that's going to happen with loading is it's going to tip you into anaerobic
Mhm.
faster, depending on your strength, right?
And it will affect how fast you're moving.
Exactly. So there will be a wide variety of Metcons this cycle. And it's almost the other part of it being intentional is it will reestablish a base mixture of well-roundedness
Okay.
for building in specific areas athletes need to in the kind of second half of this cycle and or the in-season cycle, right? So this is for this is a way for people to find small specific weaknesses that may not have been exposed with less varied time domains and movement combinations and things like that.
Mhm.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's super important for people going into the in-season cycle because you still have 12 weeks almost, right? What, January, February, most of March? Yeah, like 13 weeks to
Hone down on it.
hone down on that. And that is a lot of time. Like if you expose yourself to a Metcon stimulus or a movement combination this cycle because it was well-rounded varied and you're like, oh, I'm actually trash at this. And then you make that a training priority and hit it 2 to 3 times a week for 13 weeks. You might not still be great, but you're going to be a whole hell of a lot less trash.
Yeah. So
Right.
basically what you're saying is if you do this cycle and you don't cherry pick, you will get frustrated at something, but
Oh, 100%.
but this is intentional for you to find that something and fix it
100%.
before the season starts.
And this is very different from what we have done in the past with Andy or with Alps. Typically, we have just we have kept things varied, but the priority has been on getting in more volume. And there will be more volume this cycle than last cycle, certainly.
Just in different ways.
But it's a little bit more intentional and spread out in the way that it presents.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's going to be single modality pieces. There's going to be like little chippers, right? One of the workouts I wrote, let's see what week this thing is. I'm not going to show it, but I'll just read it. I need to figure out what week it is. 50 burpee pull-ups, 50 total bar, 25 squat cleans, 225, 155. Like,
gross.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But that is meant, like, I want to see whose midline falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see who has the leg endurance to hammer through those 25 at a good clip. Right. With some midline fatigue and some arm fatigue. So it's like there's a lot of different Metcon styles that are presenting in this cycle. Everybody will be happy to know that I am going to stop killing everybody with dense chippers on Fridays.
I think that's a large population.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the vast majority of people at Ascent Athlete.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I feel like we've made good progress. I'll let it go.
Fair enough.
For now.
Fair enough.
For now. Some of you may still see it because you need work on high volume endurance workouts, but
to be continued.
Yeah, to be continued. I think 2 cycles of just ruining people's Friday was plenty.
Yeah.
So I mean, people made really good progress on those for sure. We had a lot of people. It showed in like their qualifier for TFX. Just not that we had a dense chipper, but like the 20-minute endurance workout, the volume of that, they felt a lot more prepared for the volume of hinging, things like that. So, what else? Oh, monostructural work or conditioning work, I should say, will follow a similar thought process and approach as the variance in the metcons.
Okay.
So we are going to hit single modality, couplets, triplets. We are going to do anaerobic work, aerobic work, or aerobic power work, I should say, aerobic threshold work. And then we are going to have some of those pieces with some mixed pacing for 20 to 25 minutes. Some of those pieces will have like a farmer's carry, a sled push, a burpee, things like that. But it will stay relatively simple, endurance based work.
Yeah.
And that is to not overdo the weightlifting volume or the mixed modal volume, right? This cycle,
Right.
Things will tick up as we go through the cycle, as always. But, and again, this is the same kind of emphasis as the metcons to one, make sure we're addressing all energy systems in some way, shape, or form. I think at this point, I'm just not a believer in this time of the year of not touching the spectrum for or for conditioning work. And it will help people narrow down on something they might need to touch up more on. Obviously, looking at quarterfinals, the only sport specific single modality machine is the rower.
Yeah.
Right. Like we're not going to have the ski erg. We're not going to have the echo bike more than likely. So it allows people to get good touches on those things and get fitness from those things, but then also allows you, hey, if you're doing our group program on Sugarwod and your rowing stinks, just sub out one of the other machines in one of the other workouts and row some more, right? And then you'll be touching the rower in 2 different energy systems that week for single modality work, potentially also in a metcon, right?
Yeah. Or you can hop on the endurance track.
Or that'll get you rowing right quick.
Mm-hmm.
I still will never forget that workout I did in the garage. Dude, I rode like 10K and I hadn't rode more than 5K in like a year. I was crippled.
I think even if I've been rowing, 10K is crippling.
Dude. And I was running in that workout too because it was the run row intervals. Oh, it was horrendous. Horrendous. Anyways, accessory work is simple this cycle.
Define simple.
2 movements, focused on the movement pattern or something related to what you did that day. I'm not in the past. We've done a lot of accessory work, and accessory work will still be prevalent, but in the beginning of the cycle, it's going to be about 2 days a week. That accessory work will kind of build a little bit, but I am just, with the way I'm writing the metcons this cycle, where we have some intensity limited pieces anyways, and I'm also trying to slip in some of the accessory movements into like the conditioning, the intensity limited pieces and things like that. Mm-hmm. Right. So it will be there, but doing a little bit more experimenting with, weighted strict pull-ups and bench press in a more classic CrossFit sense.
That's fair.
Just to give people some exposure to those things. Also mix it up because I know, and and all of the athletes know, whether they're Ascend athletes or any other athletes, everybody sandbags when it says 3 rounds for quality, 10 double dumbbell bench press, 100-foot farmer's carry, and curls.
Yep.
Everybody sandbags except the dudes.
Well, people will take it in 45 minutes as well. Just
Yeah, that's the other
that
thing. It's
you're
like,
off.
Jesus Christ. Like, just get it done with.
Yeah.
It's not meant to take that long. So I think those are kind of the main points of where we're going this cycle. I'm really excited at the variety of Metcons. I think also a reason I wanted to do that is training motivation in this time of the year is typically at an all-time low.
I'd say like maybe a month from now.
Yeah, November and December, people are just it's cold, it's dark, it's the holidays, people don't want to train. And you and I have always preached this until we're blue in the face. Like, that is the time you need to stay dialed in. Like,
Yep.
you need to stay locked in, because if you just waste those 8 weeks, it sets you back so much. So I think some different flavor will entice people. It'll be a little bit more fun in the presentation. Key points, though, I think for people moving into preseason, to whether you're an Ascend athlete or not, you should be an Ascend athlete. And if you're not doing something different in the next couple months from what you've been doing the last couple months, you're probably not getting better. But square away your gymnastics capacity. This is the time to push your 1RMs. And then you can work on sustainability of those in the open cycle, which is typically when it's much more valuable, and you'll still get better at it.
Yeah.
Square away your energy system training. This is the last opportunity you have to fill an energy system hole in a decently significant manner. If you need to get more jacked, get more jacked. And I would say, go ahead.
Don't be like Connor and forget your creatine.
Yeah, don't forget your creatine like Connor. I would say another key point is start paying attention in your workouts if you haven't been.
I mean, that's always true, regardless of what cycle you're in.
Yeah, it really is. But I think I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't say that.
Put that as a reminder.
Yes, if you don't train with intention, you're just kind of getting like 70 to 80% of the benefit of training.
I mean, training without intention is working out.
Ooh, facts. I think that's it. I feel like those are the biggest things people should take away for this time of the year.
Yep.
Don't
get injured.
Don't get injured. Don't overcompete either.
No self-evaluation, no self assessment, self-worth assessment based on your workouts. All that needs to get out.
People, like, qualifiers are going on right now. Some qualifiers are done. There's a lot of smaller local comps in this time of the year, and that's great. Don't overdo it.
Mm-hmm.
Do not overdo it.
And recover. Put effort into it. Put effort into your food. Put effort into your sleep. Put effort into mobilizing. Put effort into your supplements if you take any. Make sure that you're not overstimulating yourself. Stop going out on Saturday night when you have an important training day on Sunday morning or Monday morning. Like, don't put your body through hell and then expect it to be great.
Yeah, don't treat your body like like a pickup truck and expect it to perform like a race car?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the time to practice my body as a temple.
My body's a temple.
There we go.
Sweet. I think we went over stuff. I think that's good. We went over the cycle, gave people some things to think about. If you guys have questions, comments, concerns, things you'd like us to talk about on the podcast, throw those in the comments. As always, you can find our group programs on Sugarwod. If you are interested in one-on-one coaching, reach out to the Instagram page, our website, Mahmoud or I's Instagram page, which we do have our handles up above. We would be excited to get to work and help you start making progress and training better. Like, subscribe, all the YouTube things that I don't care about, but have to care about at the end of the day. And I think that's it. We'll talk to you guys next time.
And if you're in Houston or the surrounding areas,
Thank you.
we have our Come Train With Us Day on October 25th. So
yes,
free of charge. Everybody's welcome. Come have a great day. We're going to have a lifting session. And then what?
Oh, fitness, boy. You get to come max out your snatch, and then I'm going to make you work out really hard.
And you get to do that with friends that you might not train with a lot and make new friends and not find yourself not alone in an area where you thought you were.
Yeah, if you're in Houston, just come out. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm really excited for that. So, all right. Peace out, people.